Micron investors, this has been a wild journey, a wild ride, if you will. And listen, I don't even think it's remotely close to being done. And in this video, we're going to break down how we look over the next year plus with Micron, why I recently just unloaded the rest of my direct exposure to Apple and put it into Micron. I know that's a big bet, but that is how I feel about this AI build out. We had a big correction. We saw a lot of names come down 40-50%, but the bounce on a lot of these charts looks very, very similar. Let's dive into it. Let's take a look right now at Micron, guys. Make sure you hit the like button here. We are a new stocks channel. I did grow a crypto channel, still post to that every single day, over 200,000 subscribers, and I'm trying to rock this one up there too on the stock side, guys. We are heavy into this AI trade. I just haven't been able to really jump into the algorithm on the stock market side the same way. So if you guys can help me out, subscribe down below if you like the content. Let's dive in and take a look at what we've got here with Micron. Check out these last 2 weeks. This is the weekly chart on Micron. We came down from our Pico top a little over $1,200, came all the way down to 700 on a wick down, close to 700. I think we wicked down to like 730. And it was around this time 2 weeks ago in this 800, 820 range where I decided to basically load up again on Micron. And the thesis here is very, very simple. Micron fundamentally just looks like a company that is just getting started with this AI build out. And if we look at, some of the forecasting, we can see up here, where we're at. I mean, price target for like over the next year is right around 1,500 when you take a lot of the analysts out there and kind of, put it all together. The financials look absolutely phenomenal. If you can, check out this right here, like just their top line revenue has just been amazing to watch. And if you look, over these last earnings, they just continue to knock it out of the park. And if you look at, revenue by segment of the market, you got your cloud memory business, you got your core data center business. Memory is going to continue to be the driver, in my opinion. There aren't a lot of companies that offer the DRAM and the HBM, the high bandwidth memory. Micron is the big player in the United States. And if we go over to an article from FX Empire, recently they just put this out. Bullish momentum continues to strengthen. Right over 1,000 marks a key upside hurdle. Weekly trend signals another potential leg higher. We've got near-term support right around 889, and 844 is critical to preserving the bullish setup. We loaded up quite a bit at 865 once we, crossed over this critical line with strength. Higher swing low strengthens bullish setup. The stock Micron has continued to strengthen and extend its recovery from a corrective low of 737 that was established 2 weeks ago. That low is now a higher swing low that helps support the bullish trend. MU is showing improving bullish momentum with the slope of trend increasing as seen in the steeper slope of new rising trend lines. And you can see it right here. I mean, this is what you call momentum back to the upside, breaking out of this trend, right? Closing the weekly on Friday above where we started to fall all the way back in July, beginning of July. And yeah, our near-term kind of targets now, we're trying to kind of get above that 990 range, 995. That would be huge for Micron. And they did post their record fiscal Q3 revenue, $41 billion, up 74%. And we are in the early innings of the AI trade. We are just in the build-out phases. As we move into physical AI and robotics, and we actually get into a world where AI is going to change, drastically impact various industries, Micron just becomes that much more important. The memory trade becomes that much more important. And if there's an area of this whole data center, semiconductor, AI build out that I love, it's two areas that I love the most right now. In addition to, getting ready for the next big phase, which I think is physical AI and robotics. I am focused heavily on power and energy. I put that in the same bucket, and then the memory trade. And Micron sits at a perfect spot within this, memory trade. Because as the physical AI build out happens, the amount of memory going to be needed is astronomical. Tim Cook, CEO of Apple, at least for a little while longer before he's replaced, even said in Apple's most recent earnings call, basically, we are paying through the roof for memory. They can't make it fast enough. And that is the thing we need to focus on. People will call this a bubble and they're overspending. But here's the issue I have with that take. More and more people need memory. They can't make it fast enough. They can't get it to the people that need it fast enough, but the demand is soaring. You get into a bubble when you have a bunch of something and then the demand dries up. I don't see the demand drying up anytime soon. It's just not going to happen. When you have all these hyperscalers, the Amazons of the world, the Googles, the Microsofts, the Metas, they're spending hundreds of billions of dollars over the next several years for this AI build out. So this is a 5-year trade, guys. When I look at Micron today, and this is why I decided to flip all of my Apple into Micron, I think this is maybe, a year in, basically. We're basically a year in. You look at Micron over the last year, I mean, it has been insane. Almost a 700% return, right? And so, yes, there's going to be some downturns. There's going to be, some pullbacks along the way, right? And we got one of those big pullbacks, from late June all the way down to late July, basically a month-long pullback that brought us from over 1,200 down to like that 735 range. And now we're bouncing back. There's going to be multiple 50% corrections along the way here. It's going to happen, right? However, what we just saw basically happen from, late 2025 to where we are now, we're not even a year into the really big move here. This is the beginning of it. I look at Micron today and say, okay, we're currently sitting at $1 trillion company. I think this is one of the best, 3 to 5x plays over the next 5 years, even at $1 trillion market cap. And to me, it's become one of those household tech companies that you've held for a very long time, like, Amazon and Apple and Meta, which I like Amazon more so than any of the other, traditional Mag 7 stocks right now moving forward, just as a little tidbit. Their earnings are insane. They're finally profitable. I mean, that company looks tremendous. But I look at Micron as kind of the new age stack, right? One of those plays that's a new age stack that you just have to have moving forward. And I think we're catching this at an amazing time after a little bit of a pullback on their first big leg up. And I'm super excited about what AI is going to bring us. And again, wait until you see the memory trade when physical AI becomes dominant, when robotics becomes dominant. We're going to be here every step of the way. We are heavy into the physical AI and robotics trade too. We talk about a number of different companies. We called out Robo Strategy, not too long ago when it was lingering at like $25. I really liked the potential that Robo Strategy had there. It's back up to 31 off a really nice week. It's up, over 11%. And, this is a play that I think is going to be tremendous in the whole robotics trade. And this is something that's very small today that should be a lot bigger tomorrow. So appreciate you guys for watching the video. Let me know your thoughts down below. Make sure you do subscribe. Totally free to do that. It means a lot. And we'll see you all in the next video.